All right, we are back. We've got a new set. We have Strixhaven out for all of the formats. Get some new cards, and we are trying. This is pretty close to a list that just top-aided Magic Online Challenge. So I wanted to give it a try. I like these mid-range decks, and they've got some new tools, little upgrades here or there. First card we can talk about is Witherbloom Charm. This is kind of like an Abrupt Decay variant. It doesn't get threes, which is obviously pretty big deal depending on what the format you're playing in looks like. But it does answer a lot of things, and it is flexible. You can choose to gain 5 life, which matters with the Planeswalker Ultimate. You can also just sacrifice permanent to draw 2 cards. So maybe you have a Earthbent land, you can just sack it. You'll get it back. You get to draw 2. So that's really nice. Have some old standby cards: Llanowar Elves, Duress, Removal Spell, Badgermole Cub. Playing with Mosswood Dreadknight. You don't always see this. I'm not a huge fan of 4 of these, but just playing pretty close to the list from the top 8. Got Keen-Eyed Curator, Raven Eagle, both as decent graveyard hate. Singleton Emeritus of Abundance, just to try it out. Decent stat line. You get 3/4 Vigilance, and you get to regrow things. Of course, Sentinel, incredible card in these mid-range decks. Surrak's another solid one. Leatherhead, very good with Requiting Hex in the sideboard. Overall, decent card. Pretty good against things like Is It. Specifically the Lessons deck, I guess. And then finally, new card, Professor Dellian Fel. 4 mana Planeswalker, +2, gain 3, 0, draw a card, lose life. -3, destroy a creature. -6, get an emblem. Whenever you gain life, your opponent loses that much. So this ults right away. You can plus it, and then next turn you can ult it. And then if they can't get it off the board, you can start draining them. You can plus to deal 3. Your charms can deal 5. Raven Eagle gets some extra damage. So not the most impressive deck for these cards, but pretty straightforward. I think a decent place to start. I think both of these cards, like this, plays well in life gain decks, and I think your deck can maybe even be structured to be better at using this card than this deck, for example. And then this one is obviously appealing in decks where you want your own things to die. We've got Mosswood Dreadknight for extra value, but I don't know that's the best way to use this card, for example. I kind of don't want to have to spend mana when I'm getting value for sacking my thing. But we've got Badgermole Cub. This card's busted. We all know it. So we'll have plenty of mana. Surely. New land, Deathcap Glade. Not too much to talk about there. A little worried about 3 Soulstone Sanctuary, to be honest. 2 might be a better number if you're going to play Witherbloom Charm. But that's fine. Sideboard, Duress, Hex, Soulguide Lantern. Extra removal. Shooter's nice flex card. Some cover-ups to clear the board. And then another new card in Decorum Dissertation. This is like a double for Phyrexian Arena that can't really be interacted with. After you cast it, you just get to keep casting it every turn. If you want, you don't have to. So we can use this to burn our opponent out, or we can just get a bunch of card advantage in things like mid-range mirrors. So that is it for the list. If you guys want it, it'll be in the description, and I'll see you in the games. Okay, well, like a mulligan. And is not great. But I'll take it on a mull to 6. Like, if we're playing against control, we can just die. Excruciator is just probably gonna be lights out. But I think that matchup is horrendous either way. Maybe we just get like a fast start and our hand's clunky. There goes our fast start. Okay. That's not a bad draw. Drawing the elf meant they spent the removal spell, so maybe this thing can stick around for a little bit. Oh, it's Sultai. Well, I don't know what this is then. It's just random Sultai pile. Just sweet. See what else they got. But I am on a mulligan. My hand is 2 removal spells, and my opponent on the play plates removal spell into stock up, which means I'm probably gonna lose. But like I don't have Unholy Annex in my deck. That's probably the one thing that could make it so I could win from this spot. But we will try. So instant sorcery creature. I can Witherbloom Charm to get a land. My opponent just looked at 5 cards and added 2, so I don't think it's going to matter that much. Well, you know, I guess I'm just going to hope they can't kill this Curator, right? It needs the mana, I don't think. I want the land in the yard, so... Get my Sheriff. Get another Hex, I'll pack it in. I'll get out of here. Could this be Living End? Any chance? Alright. Please don't kill my guy. Creature, sorcery. Instant. I wish they would have just killed it. They're playing correctly because I spend my mana, but it's just going to be so sad having to click to waste all this mana. I don't know what I need to do. I wish I could tell them, hey, just, I'm getting out of here. No need for that. My hand was awful. It drew particularly well. I think this matchup is going to be close to unwinnable either way. They're just slower, grindier version of my deck. I think I can win if I can just, like, cub them. Duress is another pretty helpful card, but, like, if you look at my side deck, I just don't have very many good options, and I don't even know what they're doing. Like, if they're doing combo bullshit still, it's going to be really, really hard for me to beat that. You could have Excruciator in your Sultai deck. I don't think that's, like, impossible. Definitely considered having it in decks where I couldn't really cast it. But my guess would be that they're just like Sultai pile. So they're going to deceit me, and maybe they'll do reanimate shenanigans. They're going to cast stock up. They're just going to go really big, and then maybe have some X spells at the end that I probably can't beat. The Duress is important. Do I have any other cards that are going to be good? These Soul Guide Lanterns. I don't care about them. I have other graveyard hit. I don't think I need that much. The question is, what do I want to leave in my deck? I'd be worried about not being able to kill stuff. I don't think so. Just scrap the removal spells. We got the Planeswalker as a new card. Maybe that can pick off big things I need to deal with. But if my opponent has stock up in their deck, I don't really want spot removal. Okay, I mean, this hand's kind of nice, right? Because the Badgermole Cub, even if it dies, it basically turns this into a draw 2. I don't really care about the 1/1 turning it into a land. That's disrespectful. Well, my hand's shit now. Yeah. Okay. Well, that fast start that I mentioned wanting to have, that one is going out the window. Maybe they have no land. Could mess them up. They have another discard spell. That's so annoying. Like, come on, man. Standard continues to be the most fun format to play. Alright, Surrak, go. Really, my opponent won't just reanimate. Okay. But not the land. This gives them the reanimate for the discard / bounce next turn, which I probably can't beat. Maybe we just draw land and we can keep up the arena. Riddler, though. Pretty bad draw. Well, we're dead. Yeah, Quantum Riddler. We can just scoop. This is just like random greedy deck. Like we're not supposed to beat it with like smaller mid-range. It's fine. This was an abrupt decay. Maybe I could win. Maybe I like clear this and then can do anything. But GG's. All right. Let's see if we can have some better luck. Opponent goes first. My hand seems good. We'll admit these green-black decks are not particularly impressive Cub decks, but it is just like, it's funny. It's just a nice reminder of how like generically powerful the card is, even if you're not doing the broken things with it. It's just good. It is just it is a mana creature that attacks. And even if it dies, it leaves blind value. So. Okay, so you're doing mono black BS. I've got all the Cubs. Just need some top end. Iron Rod? What the hell? Okay. I expect to get. Alright, well, we got the board. Hopefully our opponent doesn't play some big demon. That would be hard to beat. And his removal, we're in a decent spot. That's a good card. It's not the worst, right? Like, they didn't impact the board, they helped damage themselves, but yeah, we need help, and we are not drawing spells. Yeah, you're at 7. Pretty low. Again, I just don't want them to be able to block. If they have spot removal, that's fine. Sweepers are pretty bad, but... Okay. What can I draw? Mosswood Dreadknight. This deck seems really bad. The more I think about it, the more I... Like, I don't know why we're playing Golgari and we're not playing Unholy Annex. I think the new demon's actually probably not very good. I thought it maybe would be decent, but I don't think you really need it. But we have all these Soulstone Sanctuaries and we just don't have Unholy Annex in our deck. I feel like that's the only way I'm beating either of these matchups. But... I mean, that is just random cards again. It is, like, I think if you play a mid-range deck, the likelihood that you are going to lose to arena player playing random cards is pretty high, right? Like, they're just going to play sweet cards that do flashy, silly things, and I don't know, if your deck is just, like, guys in removal, you might get blown out if their cards line up, so whatever. I do think, like, this deck top-aided, but it was probably, like, a 30-person event, so I think my deck might just be really bad. Like, I think structurally it has a lot of flaws. Okay, well, the same type of matchup. Definitely want this. I don't know how like I do know how unpopular the style of decks that I'm playing against are. So I was gonna say maybe we want more of these in the sideboard, but everyone just plays like Is It and mono green landfall, so this card's probably not actually very good because I don't think it's good against those things. And it's also not really good against counter spells, but it is a new card, so happy we have it in these like black versus these black attrition decks. The hell's in my opponent's deck? Alright, how do I ever beat the Bat God, by the way? Like, look at my cards. How the fuck do I beat the Bat God? Good cover. Do I want to board in cover up just for the Bat God? I don't think so. I kind of want to take out Duress. Do I think they have Annex? Maybe. I could just Triumph. All my cards look good enough. Like, I could maybe have... I don't know. Yeah, they had a Sweeper Dragon, too. That was unfortunate. Alright, let's go first. And it's been nuts. Hopefully they don't have X into removal. Okay. Play down a Surrak. We're not gonna get swept too soon here. I want to go after my mana. I get to draw a card. It's a really big deal. Get a win. Let's get a W. You just keep getting farmed by discard and sweepers. Yeah, you got it. I think if they hex this and I brick land twice, I'm just gonna play a dude. Keep pressure going. Like it's appealing to try to hit your land drops in Mosswood Dreadknight or whatever, but if I have the board, I think I play for pressure here on the play. Sure. Makes my life pretty simple. Do I want biggest thing? I don't know how likely it is I am to regrow something, but I want to get Dreadknight in circulation. Not a very good card here. Very good draw. Okay, so I get swept for 2. Use the dragon now. Again, we just play to the board. Maybe they have... I mean, Day of Black Sun doesn't do it. Is there a sweeper for 4 in black? I don't think so. Also have Regrow Triumph and discard. Dude, Cub is... it's like stop playing Magic or whatever. Turtle set, but every time I come back and play with Badgermole Cub, I'm just shocked. I'm just in awe. It's just so insane. Alright, can I get a land? I can just get an elf. Greedy not to. I guess I have to do this now. I lose it, right? What if I lose my regrowth? I don't care. It's not lethal, so X is 3. The 2 removal spells doesn't do it. Sweeper probably doesn't do it. Aclazotz doesn't do it because I have regrow removal. I think we're good. I guess they could have cover up. Would be not that weird, but I would keep the Mosswood. Alright, we won a game. Let's go, baby. Duress misses on the dragon, misses on Aclazotz. I don't think I really want this stuff. Do I want... No. I think their deck has really bad cards and really insane cards, as most random piles of cards do. Like, if my opponent draws their bad cards, we'll be fine. If they just, like, Bat God me after sweeping my board, probably screwed. But I mean, the Bat God has been unplayable for so long. Like, they printed Boomerang Basics, and it's like, what? We can't do anything fun anymore. No more Bat Godding. But my account's, like, pretty decayed, so we're lower ranks, which is fine. Do I want to not mulligan on the draw? I think it's fine to keep this hand. I guess I will keep it. I'm not sure. I'm on the draw, so I get the extra card, but my opponent just has, like, Mind Rots and shit, which I don't think are particularly effective against me. But how worried am I if I, like, just mulligan to Oblivion? I guess I'm gonna mull, but I don't know that it's correct to do so. This hand, for example, could be potentially really bad. But I'll never know if I was going to draw the lands over 2 draw stuff, so... I mean, obviously, we are very favored, too. Alright, so, you know, if I hit the land... would have been happier with the other hand. I don't have anything to do on turn 2. I'm already getting banded talented on a mulligan, which is really bad. I might just get mind rotted here and probably be out of the game, but unfortunate. We're just losing to random cards. I wish I kept a one-lander, but it's a very difficult thing to do. I should have probably... that's maybe my best draw. I could draw Llanowar Elf. I could also draw Blooming Marsh. But yeah, that's what it is. Well, that's not too bad. I didn't expect this to happen. I didn't expect them to just play something that was going to die to this for free. So, like a pretty good pathway back in the game.
Class is now in.
Figured I was going to get Deep Cavern batted or
dismissed.
they were going to play like thing that makes me discard, something like that. Do we have Bat God? We can dodge Bat God here. Maybe we'll be okay. Crocodile down on an open board, that would be nice as well. Doesn't look like they have Oh, okay, shit. Thank God. Alright, so we lose our green source. I think that's fine. Draw another one. Creature. Do I want to... Plus.
Some lessons are painful.
I'm forced trade, which is maybe fine with me. I'm gonna take a lot of damage here. Gains life though, so see what happens. If they have another one of these, I'm the saddest sad boy that's ever been sad. Might be better for me to keep this crocodile, but I'm just gonna keep the planeswalker, I guess. I could have just made a mistake. Like, I could just play Dreadknight. Good draw, I guess. I mean, I don't. What do you want me to say? I'm playing this unplayable shit, and now I'm dead. Cool. All right. Well,
show me what you've learned.
I don't think my deck is actually good anyway, so I can't be too upset. A bit frustrating. Jump with the Raven. I mean, come on, dude. Getting mine right in the Necklace. Trying to record with my shitty top 8 green-black mid-range deck. Give me a break. It's fine. Opponent's deck's cool, at least. Like, this is the type of stuff that I wish Magic was about, but it's just not even close. Playable. Like, obviously. Dog shit. I guess I draw now. Maybe... Yeah, I was supposed to do this on my turn. I already drew, so it doesn't trigger. So I didn't miss anything. Oh, whoops. All right. I don't remember how this card works. So it says if I discard, I think I get to draw, right? Actually, don't. Discard. You probably can't draw a card. I'm going to discard to create a one. Okay. So if I hit a land, I just get a 1/1. I D the draw. I think that was correct. Maybe it worked out, but yeah. I mean, these top decks are just fucking insane. Is there Aclithots in a draw 3? Yeah, I mean, I'll just be dead. Mind me, I'm just being dead. Bunch of garbage.
Learn something useful.
Alright. Well, GG's. I think that this deck is poorly built. Like, you know, decks can do well in a tournament and just not be good. I think that you shouldn't play 3 Soulstone Sanctuaries. I think that you probably should not play 4 Mosswood Dreadknight. I think that card's pretty terrible. I don't know if it needs as much graveyard hate as it has. The Planeswalker didn't look particularly great, but I do think those are the types of matchups it would have been good. And there were some other, like, very... Oh, it doesn't have Unholy Annex in it. I think that's, like, borderline unacceptable. That's just, like, the best card you can play in a deck like this. So, yeah, I mean, pretty unhappy with the list, but we got to try some new cards out and see how things went. This missed on a 3-drop, I think, which felt pretty bad. The sacrifice mode was awkward, not particularly good. Overall, just seemed like a bad deck. But that is the point of making these videos and playing with these cards. So I do the work, and then you get to shortcut. So... you know, I think you could probably build a decent version of a green-black deck. I just don't think that this is it. This list seems really bad. So, hope you guys enjoyed the video either way. Wish we maybe could have done better, but, you know, for science. And, yeah, we'll get some more Pioneer and Standard. The set's really cool. I think the State of Magic is god-awful for 60-card constructed formats. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I don't think that it's magically become better because Strixhaven has come out, but, you know, Ninja Turtles kind of a catastrophe. Really uninterested in that. And the format is just, like, the same kind of bad that it was back then. But we have a set that I actually like, so I'll probably try to post some more videos. But, yeah, hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you next time. Peace.